I'm Roxie with Roxie's Broadway Breakdown. Welcome back to my channel where it's always about musical theater. And if you like that, don't forget to click and subscribe. And today I want to talk about musicals that I think should finally be movies. I always like, well, almost always like the stage version better, but sometimes I do like to see movie musicals, and these are ones I think it is high time that they be turned into movie musicals. So let's break down my list, starting with Jekyll and Hyde. I love this musical. It's a musical based off the novella by Robert Louis Stevenson. It's a classic movie, and they finally turned it into a musical, but it's been around for a good long while. And I would finally love to see it turned into a movie. I think it's probably been put off for a while because it would be really difficult to cast. I mean, you'd have to find that right combination of great actor, fantastic voice, because Jekyll and Hyde songs are so crazy difficult, and then he has to have box office draw. And I'm trying to think of anybody in that age range right now that would have that trifecta. And I can't think of anybody. If you know of anybody, put them in the comments below. But right now, no one's coming to mind. So anyway, it's probably the casting that's putting that off. But anyway, Jekyll and Hyde. Miss Saigon, oh my God. If anything lends itself right now to being put on the big screen, the landscape, the cinematography, it's set against the Vietnam War. I mean, the stage version is epic, so the movie would just be grand. Too bad this wasn't done when Lea Salonga was like younger, because I think she's just the ultimate Kim and she's so synonymous with this role. But Miss Saigon, I cannot wait till they finally get this onto the big screen. Okay, I am ready for some huge, glitzy, splashy, glamorous tap musical reminiscent of the golden era musicals like 42nd Street, because the only 42nd Street musical right now is like a 1930s version that's black and white and really kind of cheesy. So I want like a 42nd Street brought to life on the big screen with really splashy show tap, you know, like Gower champion choreography. All right. Six, the musical Six. I know this is like a small, show. It's like an hour-and-a-half show in a concert setting type thing. They just did the pro shot in London with the original cast, and that's going to premiere in movie theaters in April in the UK only. We're not getting it here in the US, which is shocking because Universal Studios bought the rights to it and produced it. Maybe, I'm sure it'll transfer over here, in due time, but whatever. We're shafted on it now, so I'm sure it'll stream or something at some point over here. But right now, yay, the UK gets to see it. But I want a true blue movie, not just the pro shot. Like, I want a true blue movie. I think they could do such cool things with flashbacks and the set, and just, they don't even have to bring in Henry. I think it just could be really cool. All right, The Outsiders. Now, I know this is still all the rage on, Broadway. It's brand new. So we're probably not getting, the musical movie version of The Outsiders anytime soon. This was a huge classic movie. It's still a classic movie with, Patrick Swayze, Rob Lowe, Tom Cruise, blah, 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 blah. But I want the, the movie musical version of it. I think it would transfer really well to the movies. Young Frankenstein. This was based on the Mel Brooks classic comedic movie with the genius of Gene Wilder and Terry Garr and Madeline Kahn. And so it was a movie, and then it was a musical, and now I want it back to a movie with the music. So I think it'd be funny. And Book of Mormon. I can't believe they haven't turned the Book of Mormon into a musical. And then, okay, so here's my thing with Andrew Lloyd Webber musicals. I have been wanting Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat in a movie forever. And then I recently saw that John M. Chu is taking on the project. Maybe since Wicked, he thinks that like musicals are his new niche. I don't know. But Joseph is like campy and funny, and I am dying to see what John M. Chu is gonna do with Joseph. So he was thinking like me, like, yeah, Joseph needs to be turned into a musical. You know, Phantom, they did okay by. I don't know that Gerard Butler and Emma Rossum were my two favorites for Phantom and Christine, but they didn't ruin Phantom, you know. Cats, they ruined. Evita, for me, they ruined. I never liked Madonna. I love Madonna, but I didn't like Madonna in the role of Eva Peron. So, I would like to see like Sunset Boulevard. I'd love to see Starlight Express as a movie. Jesus Christ Superstar, I love the cast. You can't do better than like Ted Neely, Carl Anderson, Yvonne Elliman, like that whole chemistry of the cast. Norman Jewison, though, I mean, for the time, it was kind of, you know, it was like shot in Jerusalem. It was very hippy-dippy, but it brought in like military tanks. I don't know. You'd have to see it. It's a very avant-garde film. So, yeah, take it for what it was. So there's some thoughts and ideas for what I want to see coming up as movies. What is already in the works is A Guys and Dolls by Rob Marshall. Now, he did Chicago, the movie, and that is one of the few that I like the movie over the stage musical. I don't know if that's heresy, but yeah, I do like the movie Chicago. So he's doing Guys and Dolls. There's On Your Feet, the Gloria Estefan musical. There's Once on This Island, beautiful, the Carole King musical. 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. Disney bought the rights to Oliver, so they're going to remake Oliver, the movie. It'll probably be all Disney-fied. And they're taking on Sondheim's Follies and Merrily We Roll Along, apparently starring Ben Platt and Beanie Feldstein. So those movies are already in the works. I don't know when they're coming out. I don't know if any of them are anytime soon. It's just they've been talked about, pre-production, and so on and so on. So there you go. Let me know if there's any musicals you would love to see as movies. I'm curious. Don't forget to click and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next.